Hi YouTube. I'm just making a video while I wait to get, like many others, for their current session to reset. I just bought my second Claude Code Max 20x usage account, mainly because I don't want to have downtime while I'm vibe coding. Um, I seem to use up all the session usage in terms of all models uh, for like 3 days of conservative usage. But I just bought mine today and I just noticed that my all models usage weekly limits reset within the 8 hours that I purchased the account, which is crazy because you usually have to wait a week. So I just been, hammering away to use up my usage for the week, and for the current every 5 hours I get a limited amount of session usage. So I'm trying to burn as much credits as I can. And if you watched my stream, you could see me already going through as much terminals and agents as possible. And I also set up something on the side up here. I set up a Windows VirtualBox to always be recording, to help with my Windows build, because I initially worked on my product in Linux and only distributed for Linux. And I tried a framework that technically supports all operating systems, but when testing on the respective operating systems, they didn't work as I expected. A funny thing that I noticed yesterday was my first user, poor soul, used the app and it caused a fork bomb, causing them to not use their computer, and it created a bunch of pop-ups of command prompts on their machine every time they talked with Claude. And I'm so sorry, whoever you are. I'm really, really sorry that happened. And so, yeah, I really need to do the due diligence of actually using the product in the respective operating system before I call it stable, is a lesson learned. So I'm doing my due diligence now. Claude's finding a ton of bugs, so I'm getting that fixed. And I'm doing the same with my Mac. I got my MacBook here next to me and streaming the display using OBS to also stream the builds, and have Claude test and do due diligence when creating the builds for macOS. So hopefully that's going to work soon. And yeah, I'm creating a ton of the advantage of me being on Linux, for one, is that I get to build so many cool tools to show the stream, right? I could, talk to my AI and it will show everything that I say could be immediately sent to the Twitch chat, could be sent to my Discord or YouTube immediately. Also creating a Navi character so it could talk back to me and I could talk to it. And hopefully I could create a full developer environment where I don't need separate tools pretty soon. It'll all be consolidated into one product, which will be really neat. But yeah, I'm like the many others that use their Claude code or usage right away while vibe coding, because I'm very fluent with the terminal and managing many terminals sessions using tmux, and having fun with it. Although my wallet's not having fun because I'm not making any money yet. But I hope soon, now that I have a few viewers, and when the product is actively ready, hopefully I could preach to the choir and get you to try my product for free. And yeah, I look forward to everyone testing it out. Sorry for the poor souls that try to download it and cause an issue with their machine that weren't Linux users. I'm really sorry again. Hope you forgive me. But yeah, I'm just gonna Also, another thing that happened yesterday was I made a not a YouTube, a clip of me trying to install or use Replit, the no-code vibe coding automation tool. And as soon as I signed up, I immediately got banned. And so I made a clip out of it and put it in the Reddit, um, Replit subreddit. And I got a response a few hours later that my account has been unbanned. So I took a look inside. What made me hesitant from even using it was they didn't give me free credit. So if I'm going to advertise on Replit, they better give me like, a year's worth of credits for me to advertise using their product. Otherwise, not going to use it unless they pay me. So sponsorship, if they possible, if they allow me to use their product, and I'm very familiar with how automation works, very familiar with vibe coding. So if they're interested, feel free to shoot me an email at youtube@sigmashake.com. And yeah, that's that bit. Thanks again for unbanning me, and eventually I'll try your product if you let me. I guess next thing I want to talk about is, yeah, clips. Clips get really viral really quickly. I feel like I get more exposure. I did create a clip and sent it to TikTok because that's what Twitch supports, and I got 0 views. I guess it's expected. I didn't really put any effort in the TikTok video, so I just didn't bother doing it. But maybe eventually that could be a thing. Let's see, 46 minutes left till I get my usage back, so we're going to be talking for a while. And yeah, I think this whole experience of trying different operating systems to test my product is a good thing. It's good that I learn it now, because if I were like a viral influencer, I'd be nailed to a cross, because they'd say, like, I don't believe you, your software sucks, it doesn't even work. So it's good that I am not famous yet. Good that I am able to find all these issues before an official release, because the last thing I want is to be giving a bunch of refunds, having to teach people how to use the product. But at this point, I'm all in, right? Like $400 a month on just Claude Code Max usage. And hopefully, God forbid, I don't need a third one. So I'm chilling out. I'm being somewhat responsible, but to create the content, I just got to do the grind. Got to keep working, and not giving up, and making sure I make a product that's, 1, usable, and 2, is provides some value. So hopefully the value that I show with my product is legitimate. I'm going to be consolidating everything that I've made so far into a single tool that supports web, it supports desktop, and really not just siloed into supporting Linux. Mainly because when I was initially making the product for Linux, I was targeting enterprise, but I can't really target enterprise at this point because I have to be SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, ideally, or talk to a bunch of startups that would immediately use my product. But at the current state of things, it would make people program slower, as it would block a lot of things, and I have to improve the user experience there. But what really helps so far is just getting the people chiming in, talking in the videos and the chats, and inspired and impressed by my usage of how I use Claude Code and how I create products. I really hope that we get some more interest in the product pretty soon. Um, I don't want to build in a silo. I'm building in the public, but at the same time, not open sourcing a lot of my products yet. Maybe open sourcing them one at a time, each component. But if you want to have it all consolidated into a single master platform, you'd ideally have to purchase it to support me. Because right now I didn't monetize my YouTube. I didn't monetize my Twitch mainly because I don't think I can without having the amount of hours streamed, having the amount of um, linking everything up. But I feel like you still need to be, um, working for a while or streaming for a while to make it work. But I'll set up the monetization now, just in case I get a blow up and make up before I become famous or whatever. But let's see, what else could I talk about that would fill in the time? I think some of the features that I added today um, were mainly just fixing bugs per platform, per operating system, and getting it to work. Um, the other um, the other products that I worked on was um, setting up my integration with Twitch chat, uh, also setting up Navi. I wonder how, if I could demonstrate Navi right now that it's on the screen. Hello, Navi. How are you doing? Oh, I guess the sound isn't working, so I can't. I guess that's another bug that I need to fix, and I think it's not working because it was interrupted because I ran out of usage. So hopefully that'll work when it comes back. Um, so I wanted to create a Navi that I could talk to and respond back to me, so that I could just talk to Navi and it will just control my whole developer environment, and I won't need to keep typing and monitoring everything. I could do that. I could create something that does that really easily. I want it to work similar to Tmux, to create a bunch of windows and then monitor each window and make decisions. Um, and also, I created another product called Gaze, SigmaShake Gaze. And so what it does is it does eye tracking using another camera that I plugged in, and it will show like an aimer cursor of where I'm looking at, and then I could just blink and it'll click into that section, and I could just activate SigmaShake voice to talk and type in the prompt and submit. Is another feature that I worked on. Um, Ideally, I want to get this working um, for Windows. It's not yet set up, but one day it will be. And I'm not really worried about getting that set up right now. Um, the other features, I had a lot of bugs with voice. Really, to get voice working, you need to set up, to make it work fast, it has to be running as a daemon, has to have a light, small model that could download, and it needs to have a really, oh, like, it's either juggled between the CPU or the GPU, because that's just how AI models work. What else? The other things that I worked on was just fixing a lot of the bugs in my authentication process. Really feel like there's a lot of bugs there with, I built my own SSO, so I don't have to rely on Okta. Worked on my centralized secrets management for my SaaS platform. So I don't need to maintain and copy paste credentials manually for Claude Code to sync and pull credentials from, because I don't want to keep having to log into each individual platform to add secrets in them. It's all in one place to pull from and get used from all my Cloudflare workers. What else is there? Yeah, just making sure doing security and QA and audit reviews. Yeah, I think that's majority of it. And what else did I look at today? Oh, I guess what's my review for having 2 Claude Code usages? I guess having 2 would mean, like, even though I was conservative with my first one, I still used it within 3 days. I always used Opus Plan for my model, and then have Sonnet execute on the work. But I still somehow was able to consume a ton of usage, mainly because I was running several sessions simultaneously for Claude Code to work on different aspects of the products. And I sort of used it fast with my second account because I know I'm going to get a reset in the next 2 hours and 36 minutes. Yeah. So in 36 minutes right now, I'm about to go ham and, use as much credits as I can, because that's the last type of usage that I get before a reset. So then I'll have 2 hours of just pure usage, and then a reset right after it, which will feel absolutely great, by the way. But how long did it take me to use my current session of this usage? I would say it took 7 hours, probably. 7 hours, or no, it reset. This is every 5 hours. So I used it up and I had an hour and like maybe 10 minutes. So it took me 4 hours to use up a full session usage with 6 to 8 sessions at a time. And yeah, I'm not going to be paying for that API key credits. That's not for me. And if you look at all the dots here for SigmaShake graph, that's how much tools that I used so far for that session. There might have been a session that disappeared, possibly. Possibly. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty lit. For anyone out there that's listening, if I'm just talking to the void or not, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me, for just looking at the video. Hopefully I impressed you somehow during my streams, or my YouTube videos are helpful. Give it a like and subscribe, they always say. I really need to get used to just drinking the Kool-Aid of being the influencer to create videos, to like and subscribe at the beginning, or say it in the beginning of my streams, just so that I could get some engagements. I think I wish I didn't have I think I'm going to pay for the Google data usage for YouTube, just so I could be able to sync messages between the two, because I think if I grow an audience on YouTube, it'd be great because I'd be able to interact with chat from both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, and be able to go be popular that way. And ideally, if you've seen my videos, try to make it into my live stream, because I stream literally all day long. I just need to sleep for a few hours though, if you don't mind, and take care of my dogs. But yeah, let's see, what else do I have? I guess production quality is doing better. Testing is always a good thing. I recommend testing. If there's one thing to learn from this YouTube video, it's to always test in all the environments that you say you support. And you got to learn how those type of technologies. And if you don't, you're gonna have angry customers. Luckily, I have none yet. And so there's no angry customers. There's just users that use the product for free. And yeah, like, what else could I say? There's a lot to do, a lot of work to do. I haven't looked at anybody else vibe coding yet, except for one that I got some inspiration from. And so I'm trying to do my best to stick with the mission. $1 billion is the goal, right? Trying to make something from nothing is always a tough sell. And yeah, like what the one thing that I probably lack is the cold outreach to enterprise. Maybe I should target those that aren't aware of security yet. And like, there's a big problem when it comes to Windows users, and Windows users don't know how, I would assume, like, Claude Code is just very, very difficult to use on Windows. It's very easy to use on Mac and Linux, but there's a lot of hand-holding there, because majority of users that watch me are probably Windows users. But if we were to walk through how to get everything set up on Windows, I would say the main use cases for Windows right now would just be the like read and modify documents, or chat with for ideas and writing books. But I wouldn't recommend it for making applications. Unfortunately, you guys have it hard. And I don't blame you. I blame the operating system itself. I didn't really get much chatters talking about my video that I made about Windows versus Linux type of thing. I don't really analyze what they say yet, because no one's saying anything. But yeah, I'm pumping out content once a day. I would have it more, but I don't want to be too spammy. And I'd probably need to figure out and research what to talk about. I could go over into news. I'm having a news segment that I want to do at 11 a.m. PST every day. Every weekday is the news day. Weekends, they might have news. I might just scroll over the news. But ideally, I want to be a place for people to get the news about AI and AI tech, and we could go through it together instead of individually. I feel like if we talk to each other on news, on AI topics, we could actually help each other out and get some inspiration from each other on what to make and what to do. But yeah, let me know what you think. What are you guys working on? I haven't actually gotten um, any comments yet on things. Maybe I'm not doing any call to actions or not. I guess I could tell you listened to this whole video because uh, you should reply in the comments of what you're working on and what you like about my stream and videos, and tell me what exactly that you want to see. I can make a video for that, go over a technology or something like that with you, and during the stream or when I do my one video. Uh, yeah, like let me know what you're using AI for, what operating system you're using, um, what features are you interested in for vibe coding. I feel like we can make something great, and I know I could make a good product with the help of AI, and I know how to deliver it, distribute it. Just give me some time, because I'm easily a perfectionist and try to get things perfect. Uh, what else? There seems to be a lot of topics on, vibe coding and AI agents, and I hope I could eventually land on as one of the main people to create something. I don't have the crazy production quality right now for creating videos, but if I get support, it's possible. I see your views. I see people chiming in, watching it, and maybe the thumbnail isn't attractive enough. But yeah, I'll try to make something that will, keep you impressed. Uh, what else? Yeah, what do I do when I wait for a session? Um, when I wait for a session, for my session reset, I usually would just stop working uh, and feel really sad and just go to sleep. Because, like, when you run out of credits, you're like, oh, is a break? No, I feel like I really need to use it all the time. Every time that I am awake, I need to be using it. And when that happens, when it's all gone and I'm not able to use it anymore, I feel like I can't get anything done because one is AI coded everything, right? So having to go through the code to figure out to fix a bug or a feature, yeah, I'm not going to figure that out right away. So I'd rather just, go outside for a bit with the dogs, go to sleep, get some rest so that when I come back, I'll be super energized to make the next video or stream and continue vibe coding. But let's see what I'm going to do to improve myself every day in every video. What am I going to do? One is I should always start the video with some like call to action to get somebody to do stuff. And I don't want to edit my videos. I want to keep it raw for now because I don't want to spend my time editing videos. I want to spend my time doing the vibe coding and the streaming for now. But yeah, if you ever catch me on stream, you'll see me working with 8 or so plus Claude Code sessions, running Claude Code. And if you ever have a question, feel free to ask. I'm always open to answering questions and teaching people what I know. And yeah, there's so much to learn, so much to do, so much to see. Yeah, I forgot the lyrics for that one. But yeah, one thing that I could ask from my audience that are watching up until now is say hello. Join the Discord, subscribe if you're coming from YouTube, hit the like button, um, join the stream, talk and chat uh, in Twitch or YouTube, and ask a question. Definitely answering your questions always keeps me motivated to keep going and to not give up on this $1 billion journey, you know? I'm not really sure if I made a video on content on why I'm doing the $1 billion journey. Um, the $1 billion journey is a journey that everybody aspires to do, right? I want to be a billionaire so freaking bad type of thing. But I've always been a builder and making stuff, and but most of the projects never went to full fruition, mainly because of being a perfectionist or not um, not willing to pay for anything and only bootstrapping. So I saved all my money until now to start vibe coding with AI agents, and because it would be a lot cheaper than hiring like several employees in in where I am and or in other countries to make something. So I think it's well worth the investment. I have the calculation of one 20 or $200 20x usage subscription is equivalent to 5 senior engineers, software engineers, in all aspects and disciplines, right? And so if you do the math, if I spend 200K in Claude Code accounts and usage, it's pretty much equivalent to a $1 billion business. But I don't want to spend 200K just to immediately reach the 100 billion in potential value. I need it to be a legitimate thing for now, but it's possible. And yeah, why am I doing this? Um, some Sometimes you just want to aspire to do something different, and this is a habit and hobby that has completely got me off my addiction to playing Dota 2. So even though Dota 2 was free, I didn't think it was a productive and healthy hobby. I was surrounded by toxic teammates, people on my team playing the game, and it's a very elitist game. Even though I probably spent over 5,000 hours in that game, um, it's probably better to just spend 5,000 hours vibe coding all day. And I know I could reach 10,000 hours in vibe coding really easily. One thing that I also want to mention is I don't really, um, what do you call it? I don't really like using third-party tools that use up my Claude Code usage. Mainly, I know there's like Paperclip, um, you know, Claude, not Claude, Claude Cowork, um, all these automation of agents tools, because I feel like I'm not using the, what do you call it? My tokens effectively with those. There's so much automation tools out there that, um, what do you call it? Make you make you think that it's doing something productive, but it's not. And from a technical perspective, I spoke to some people saying that they don't trust putting their AI in auto mode because they're afraid it might do something. Well, I'm creating the tool for you. I'm creating the product for you. I'm creating the product that enterprises only sell to enterprise. I'm making a product that sells directly to consumers, and hopefully I create that value so that you could use Claude Code or any AI confidently without it doing something bad. So I'm going to make sure that it doesn't create these fork bombs or these multiple issues that would cause it to look like a virus. I'm going to create that thing. And I'm going to make you feel confident that you could use AI agents without the worry of it doing something bad on your machine. Leave it to me. I got you. And yeah, like I think this is a lot of work to do, right? Like we have creating the $1 billion business is not that easy. It feels like it's easier now because we have AI agents. And as long as you know how to use AI agents, you'll be able to be valuable. AI is not going to be commanding everything on every aspect because it does things wrong. It does things quite literally. An example is I asked Claude to update my title for my Twitch stream and YouTube to say day 4 instead of day 3, Vibecoding a $1 billion business. And what it did is it replaced the whole title and just said day 4. No, nothing after that. So it prevented people from joining my stream. And yeah, it was just like a weird moment for progression. But I feel like, that's one of the reasons why I stream so long. I stream for 15 plus hours, right, and go to sleep. And the reason why I do that is every time I watch a stream, like Asmongold, for example, I feel bad when there's no content to watch anymore. Like when they're gone or the person that you watch is gone, you feel that void in your heart that you wish they were still streaming live, not a recording, live. And so I want to provide that void, filling the void of streaming for as much as I can. Similar to XQC, he streams for a long time too, right? But I want to be able to create the amount of educational content, addictive content, entertaining content when it comes to vibe coding so that everybody has fun. Everybody is able to have a good time doing the stream and learn something and be inspired to vibe code. Because I think there's a lot of vibe coders right now that 1, don't know about security, 2, don't know about Linux or how to build tools properly. And so they're going to have a ton of bugs, a ton of problems. They'll have the fame, but they're selling a pretty bad product. They might not even set up authentication properly or deploy their servers properly. And even with the help of the AI, they're still not able to do it and miss something. I know I could create something great, and those stones will not be left unturned. And yeah, I'm just better than them. I'm better than everyone. I just have to feel that way, be that way, so that I know I don't have to think about competition at all. Like people could just say, well, why, like what, people could just vibe code what you're making. Well, can they if they don't have the knowledge at all? Not right now, at least. That's my moat. My moat is my domain knowledge And my moat will be the community and content that I make, building in public. And what most people do is they don't build in public, and they can't build the relationships, the being viral or anything like that. And so I'll beat them. I'm used to playing Dota 2, right? So I've had a ton of people on the internet tell me I'm not good enough or I suck, but in this world, I'm better. And now that I have the tools and the power to do so, uh, I could easily, crush my enemies or not even think about them. They're just ants or bugs. Uh, but yeah, luckily I don't have any like reporters reporting on me saying, "Oh, this guy said that everybody is bugs." No, no, I just don't think about you. That's all. Except for my viewers and my supporters and my customers and users. You care. That's who I care about. I care about my customers and my users. But for the haters, they are welcome too. Maybe they'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn from them. Um, Maybe there's something I'm wrong that I'm doing, and I'm willing to take in the feedback to learn and be humble. So, if there's anything I'm doing wrong on stream or on YouTube, let me know. And yeah, if you, I see a lot of feedback on Reddit and other news and about the usage of Anthropic, and I say, um, Anthropic doesn't care about their subscription users that much compared to their API users. So API users, I would say, um, that would be 95% of their revenue is API users, and the 5% is subscription users. Um, so they rather cater to making sure all their enterprise users and API users are having a good time. And like so far, there's several people token maxing and using as much credits as possible daily, like a leaderboard. I don't think that's the right way, unless you hate your company. But yeah, like you should really rethink of how you use your usage at work and use it responsibly. Use it for your objectives of the work that you're going to be using it for. Experimenting is completely okay, but no wasting. Um, yeah, what could I say? No wasting. Um, yeah, and if you are token maxing, very interested in what you're actually doing. You can spin up, 1,000 agents on your machine or in the cloud environment. But yeah, eventually the cost center people are going to be tapping your shoulder and saying, like, what are you doing? Like, this is completely abuse. Um, right? And you don't want to be on the chopping block if you want to keep your job. Um, but yeah, like, it's nice letting AI do the work. Um, if I was using it at work and it immediately finished everything immediately, um, in that first couple minutes that I asked it, I'd be worried that it works so fast. I'm sort of glad that it like takes its time, it thinks, um, goes through the cycles of reviewing in stages. But there's one thing that I really don't like uh, about AI when it comes to doing work, which is the PRs, the pull requests, and the pull request reviews. So if I make a PR, a pull request, and another person reviews my PR, and they're both created by the same model, but with different memories and different formats, then there's something wrong with that picture, because you could keep going back and forth. You could fix their errors, then they do it again and finds more. Then you have to fix it again, and it could go on for days, months, weeks, months. Hopefully not for a year. And you'll get a lot of pushback, and it'll delay a lot of things. And yeah, I hope we solve a problem for that and standardize our methods of rolling out something and getting some pushed and some changes reviewed and pushed properly so it stays consistent. Maybe I'll create a product for that, a product for doing the reviews so that it stays consistent and normalized. Normalization is the key word here. That's used to format your code in a deterministic way so that like AI will not create new patterns for how to develop something. But yeah, like I think there's so much to do, so much tools to create, so much people to meet and talk to. This is day 4. This is the day 4 journey, and I'm going to keep grinding. I hope you're grinding too. I hope everybody in the Vibecoding community is vibing and enjoying their time and not being frustrated. Really interested in what you guys got to say, what you created. And yeah, let me know what you think. And if you think my product sucks or isn't worth using, let me know and why. Because feedback is the greatest thing I could get right now, especially from Windows users. Hopefully, by the time this video is complete and I get my usage back, that the Windows portion is working. And I'm thinking about you, okay? I'm not forgetting about you guys. I think you guys need a lot of help, and I hope I create a product that will help you guys out. The current solutions that exist right now really they're not user-friendly at all. Even with Claude Cowork and OpenAI's Codex solutions and Google solutions, they're just targeted towards developers, not actual people that are non-technical. And I take that perspective and use it as a way to take advantage that my competition is not thinking about you guys. So leave it to me. I will make a product for you. And if I'm not making the product that you want, let me know. What else is there? Anything else that I could think about in the time of? Crickets. Let's see. Talked about my usage, talked about my money. I guess I could talk about my expenses. So the expenses so far, my journey of AI is I started paying for AI in February. So February, March, April, three months. And this is my first month actually having 2 Claude Code subscriptions. So far $600 spent. on Claude Code alone. I did spend $125 on using Google's solution for purchasing a Google AI Ultra. But then I got banned. So I'm in the process for a refund right now. Hopefully I get my money back. But getting banned for 2 weeks is criminal, you know? Like, it's such a scam. Anyway, I'm a minute in and I gotta prepare to start vibing coding now. So catch you guys later. Thanks again, guys.